Alright guys, happy 4th of July. Hope everybody has a safe holiday, but I wanted to knock a few little things out before it gets too hot here. And one thing I'm working on today is I'm at the point to where I want to index the bell housing. These steel bell housings are to a tighter tolerance than a factory bell housing, so basically you got to make sure that the input shaft of the transmission is going to line up properly with the pilot bearing there. So otherwise the input shaft will put too much load on the your input bearing and can make shifting hard or wear out your transmission potentially. So basically what you got to do is you have to do your you have to put your gauge on here and run around and make sure there's a 5/1000 degree tolerance level. So I'm getting ready to check that now. And one thing, if you watch all the videos, it's usually two guys doing this. One guy will be turning the engine over while the other guy is watching this. But for a one-man operation, I'll just use a mirror so I can crank here and then stop and see every 45 degrees. I'll write down on my notes here. So we're starting at 0, and I'll write down what the gauge says here and here, and then we can figure out if we're within spec or if we need to order offset dowel pins and slightly shift the indexing of the bell housing. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out, and I'll get back to you guys when we have some all our figures here and figure out what we need to do next. Alright guys, so here's basically what we come up with. So at 12 o'clock position, we make that our 0, and we just rotate in the clockwise order. So then this position was 10 thou, 10 thou, 4 thousandths, and then back to 0 on our gauge there. So basically this thing is it's up 10 thousandths in this direction, so we need to, they did do 7, 14, and 21 thousandths offset pins, so we need to order a set of the 7 thousandths and adjust it to where the we'll need to move the bell housing slightly down in this direction. So 7 thousandths should put us right within spec. So I'll get those ordered and put those in. We'll have to, and then we'll do this all over again and make sure we're in spec. But that is the indexing of the Quicktime bell housing. I wanted to get that done because I'm actually decided I'm gonna go ahead and do I want to experiment with some solid rollers on here. So I've ordered a set of Morel solid rollers with the needle bearing oiling on the axles, and I want to go solid roller complete valve train anyway. So I think I'll do this as a temporary, and then figure out what I'm going to do next. Maybe when I move to a dart block, the lifters will still transfer over, and I'll order the rest of the want to upgrade heads, and build something. Probably build a 408 next, and go solid roller with that, and then I'll have the lifters already. But that is, I'm going to show you how this little mirror thing works. It works pretty good too. So again, like in all the videos, sorry this mirror is cracked. It's just what we have on hand, but you can kind of see, you can just see starting at the 12 o'clock, and then you can just go down to, then there's your first 90 degree. Come down and take your reading. Basically, you can just see where you're at, so it's kind of cool. And then just go. So, I thought that was a pretty neat trick. If you have to do this by yourself, just set yourself up a mirror so when you stop and you can take your readings. There's your, and we'll do one more check right there. You can follow it along in the little mirror, see where you're at, and that should be right about there. And then back up to your 0. Alright guys, sorry about that. I hit the hit stop recording button. But anyway, then you just get back to your zero position. You make sure you're back where you started from. Obviously, I was using this little notch. So going here, boom, 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 boom. And then get your 4 readings. So then if you're 10 thou off here, that means the bell housing is up 10 thousandths this way. We got to move it down. So we'll get the 7 degree and turn them this way. So we'll shift the bell housing down this way very slightly. And that should do the trick and put us within spec. So I'm going to order those up and go from there. Actually, I may go to the local speed shop and see if they have those tomorrow. That way I don't have to put a big order together with Summit and then wait a few days. But like I said, I do have some solid roller lifters coming for this, so that's when I figured I'd just go ahead and get started on this. Trying to keep the thing rolling here. You know, got the water pump installed and lower pulleys, all that kind of stuff. So we are making progress, guys. Got the heads all ready to roll. I'm going to double check the valves and check the exhaust, make sure everything's sealing up. I already vacuum checked the intakes, and they were all sealing good. But I went ahead and relapped all the valves in anyway, as you saw in my last video. Nonetheless, guys, it's getting hot here. I think I'm done with this today. I'm gonna close up the garage and probably take a dip in the pool. Hope everybody has a great 4th of July. Thank you.